Hi. So, a couple of things. The first thing is I'm very hungry and I have no groceries in this new kitchen. I go grocery shopping tomorrow and all we have are burgers that were left over from last night. But I plan on reusing those burgers for dinner. So, I don't want to have burgers for, what time is it? It's not even lunchtime, it's 10 o'clock. I don't want to have burgers for breakfast and dinner. And there's nothing here to eat. I'm really tempted to go to Wawa and get that $5 sizzly sandwich with the hash brown and the iced coffee. I don't even like iced coffee, but I'll take it. We're gonna have to come back to that. Second order of business is my Amazon pack. I just pulled this tag from my shorts. I'm somebody that I hate tags. This whole getup is from Walmart. I got this shirt. Let me see. This shirt is really big, and the shorts from Walmart. There you go. I don't like to buy pajama sets anymore. I like going to the men's section in Walmart and getting like a 4X or a 3X and these really nice comfy shirts. I'm trying to see what kind of shirt it is. It says Athletic Works. They are so soft and comfortable and just, I feel like they just lay on your body like you don't even realize you're wearing clothes. So, and they're $7. So, yeah. Anyways, what was I talking about? My second order of business, aside from me being hungry. I just got some Amazon packages. So, as you know, we're in a new kitchen. We're in a new setup. I'm going to show you the space. I'm also going to show you my grocery haul tomorrow so you can see what it looks like with groceries. And kind of what I plan on, because I buy all my groceries in the beginning of the month, and sometimes like I'll go back for like more like fresh items or if I forgot something, but the majority of my groceries are bought in the beginning of the month, and so I do want to show you my grocery haul so that way you can kind of follow along into what I'm cooking for the month. But let's go and look at some of these packages. Actually, before we do, I did buy some things from a couple of stores. I started off the other day at IKEA. And in one of my shorts, you'll see that I went to IKEA before and I was like, I'm not gonna buy anything until the kitchen's ready. So I know measurements, I know what fits, I know it's gonna match like the style. And when I went, I was like, oh, we're gonna get this, we're gonna get this, we're gonna get this. And I went back to IKEA and I literally spent $25. I got like 4 things and I don't know what happened when I went back, and I'm glad that I did that, and I do know what happened. I thought I was gonna want all these things, and then once the kitchen was done, I went back and I was like, yeah, no, that doesn't really fit the space. I love this new kitchen. It is so freaking pretty. It's also very cold. Not like cold, like temperature wise, but like just the mood and the feel of it. It's very cold. It's very silver, gray, stainless steel. It doesn't feel, I'm not gonna say it feels like, it's still comfortable to be in. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like a comfortable gray. I don't know if that makes sense, but gray is gray. You know what I mean? So it's like, decorating is hard, in my opinion, for gray. And so I went to IKEA. I think I only got like a glass baking dish, these 2 bags that, it came in a 2-pack for $3.49. And I thought, oh, these would be cute to put like my 1 bag for like onions and 1 bag for potatoes to keep them in the pantry. And I thought it'd be cute once it's full and it's just kind of like sitting in a sack. So that's the idea. I don't know how well that's gonna work, and I have to look up if there are any cons to putting those in the bag. I just know that like those things have to be stored away in a dark, cool place, and this has like, it's a breathable bag, so I just thought it'd be a good one. But I don't know, because it may be like it's not a natural material, that I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So I got those. I got the baking dish. I got this strainer. It came in like a 3-piece. So this part is a wide mouth funnel. This is a strainer, and I like this one because you could just set it on top of things. The ones that I have, they have like that long handle, and I feel like sometimes it gets in the way. And then a smaller funnel. So I like that a lot. And I got these scoopers for my sugar and my flour. So I like these. They have short handles on them, and I feel like they're like a good amount. I think it would have been, now that I'm thinking about it, probably would have been a better idea to get one with measuring indicators on them, so I know like this is a cup, or this is 2 cups, this is a cup. But I guess I could just also pour a cup of something on here and figure it out. I don't know. We'll see. Either way, these are cute. These are staying. But that was it. I thought I was gonna get those Costco dishes, right, that you saw in one of the shorts, because I was kind of going back and forth between the Costco dishes and the IKEA dishes. And I thought I liked the Costco dishes more once I saw them. But I think I really just like the price more, because it was $40 for the whole set. And in IKEA, those long serving plates were $10 each, plus the plates, I think, were like another $30, plus I still would have had to get like the bowl and the bowl plate. So when I went to IKEA, I was like, you know what? This is the one that I really want. Let me just get it. And then I realized it doesn't actually have a bowl for the set. Like, it had the little small cup bowl. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like the small, like, I have these. It's bigger than this, but it's basically like this, but like a little bit bigger. So it wasn't a bowl that's functional for like cereal, or, you know what I mean, other than like a small cup of like tomato soup. Like, if I was trying to be cute all the time, yeah, but I also like to eat. So the bowls just weren't functional, and I did not want to buy a set and then have to buy separate bowls, and like, so I didn't get those. I went to Target, and I didn't like anything, which is so surprising to me, because when I used to frequent Target all the time, I used to go into the Hearth and Hand section, and I used to just be like, oh my God, I can't wait to get a new kitchen. Oh my God, I can't wait to be able to just afford to buy all these things. And I don't know if that just happens to me. Let me know if that happens to you when you are window shopping and everything is just so your style, everything you'd love, and it's at a price that's like, wow, if I had it, I'd get it, and blah, blah, blah. And when you go back, when you have the money, it's like, where's all the good stuff? Like, what, now that I have the funds to get it, like, where'd it go? So I went back to Target, and I went to Target, and I went in the Hearth and Hand section, and nothing. It was just, nothing was really standing out to me. I don't want gray plates. Okay. I also don't want blue plates, because I've done that before, where I keep turning the kitchen blue, and I've realized that as much as I love blue, blue's my favorite color. I can literally paint my entire house blue. I don't like blue kitchens. I don't like blue accented kitchens. I probably wouldn't mind like blue cabinets or something in the future, but I don't like blue decor in the kitchen. I feel like it just makes it very, I don't know, I just don't like it. It feels dull, it doesn't feel vibrant. And so I'm trying to figure out what goes with the gray. And I feel like that darker wood, like Acacia wood, or even like walnut, I feel like it kind of complements the gray, because it brings more warmth into the room. And so I'm focusing on the wood right now, and then picking a color that will go well with that. And I know like everybody's screaming like, green. I love green. But I feel the same way about green that I do about blue. I don't like it in the kitchen. I don't know why. I feel like they're kind of like these but like moodier colors that just feel very I feel like it kind of dulls the space, in my opinion. I feel like it makes the room darker. And so, I don't know, maybe I'll work with like a different shade of green. I did ask ChatGPT, and it did give me some options. So I'm gonna play around a little bit. So saying all this to say, I had this idea that I was gonna get up the other morning super early, go out and buy all my kitchen stuff. And I came back with like 6 things. And then I went online and I ordered some things, but they're mostly like functional items to make the kitchen better. And I'll show you what I mean in a second. But I still don't have like the decor that I'm looking for, and I also don't want or need a lot of decor, right? It's mostly this little coffee corner. Plus, if I have anything else that I need, like cooking spoons, like a little ceramic dish to rest your spoon, or like an olive oil dispenser. I just want it to be cute and fit the space. So I'm looking for things that I guess I would say are intentional, but it doesn't necessarily have to be like, I'm just decorating the space, because I'm old enough to know now, and I've done this plenty of times, moving into a new space and immediately just wanting it to feel like home and wanting to decorate it. And then that's how you end up throwing things out and buying new things, throwing things out and buying new things, because you realize that one, it's not functional for the space that you're in. Once you're actually in it and you see how things flow. Two, it doesn't actually fit your space well, and you end up like, well, I actually don't like this that much. Or you cheap out because you're trying to buy everything at one time and things end up breaking over time. So I don't want to do any of those things. So let me show you what I got. I am loving the natural light in here, but I did have to turn the light on. Also, I've had a headache for like the last 4 days, and I feel like it's making my eyes like sink in. I'm really trying to hold out on the Tylenol. But like, again, I'm going on day 4 and it is driving me insane. I figured maybe I'd take a break from my glasses. Sometimes that does that. And I do get my prescription updated every year for my glasses. So it's not that it's like an old prescription, but I don't know. Sometimes I'll be wearing my glasses and then it starts giving me headaches all the time. Like I'm wearing them too much. So I don't know if that's it. I don't know what it is, but I feel like my eyes are sinking back into my head and it's killing me. But anyways, let's take a look. We just got our packages delivered from Amazon and I need scissors. Also, we paid a lot of money for this kitchen and there's a lot of things that I love about it, but ironically enough, the thing that I love about it the most is the thing that was free, and it's the window. I just love the window. I love opening the window. And I don't know why before I wasn't opening the window. I feel like, I guess I was appreciative of the space and having the space and having a kitchen, right? But I wasn't like loving on the kitchen. And so I was more like a get in, get out situation. I was just coming in here, I was cooking, I was doing my thing. Thank you, clean up, bye. But now like I'm like really in the space and I'm enjoying it. And every morning I get up and like the first thing I do is open the window. I had a really hard time finding like a sponge and soap dispenser holder. I don't know why. I looked literally in Target, I looked in IKEA, I looked everywhere. And I did not have a hard time finding them. I had a hard time finding one that I actually liked. And I also feel like I'm not paying $30 to sit down a sponge, babe. You know? So this is what I got. Let me step out the way so you can see it. It's very simple. It's very basic. It should be big enough. And a sponge will go right next to it. And that's all there is to it because, as you know, I have a dishwasher now. So I'm not going to be doing a bunch of dishes. I don't need an entire thing going on. I did throw out my... Oh, no, I didn't throw it out. What you didn't see in my how to do the dishes short is when I was going back and forth to dump one of those buckets into the toilet, I didn't realize that my chain, you know those little chain scrubbers that you use like for a cast iron? It was in the bucket and it fell in the toilet. So I had to fish it out the toilet because you can't flush it, but I threw it out. So I need another one. And I love that thing, but I'm not doing dishes as often anymore, so I don't have like a lot of stuff that I need for this. So this works fine. I got it stainless steel. Everything in here is steel and silver, and silver is not my favorite color. So, but surprisingly, I'm not complaining about it. Like, I can rock with this, yeah. So this is a drawer organizer. I'm trying to show you the little picture so you could see it. It's for my utensils. And these are blockers. The cabinets have been like hitting the walls or like hitting certain things and stuff like that. Also, I don't want the top of the garbage lid to touch the wall when it opens and it kind of goes back. So I'm gonna put a bunch of little blockers on everything. Hopefully we don't see them and they work as well as they say. Okay, I'm gonna be better. I want to keep in mind that this is a rental property. Yes, this is our space for now, for probably like the next few years. But eventually this kitchen is going to be someone else's kitchen, and I want to make sure that I maintain it as best as possible. So that's why I got like the guards. I don't want any scratches. I don't want any scuffs. And that's going to be difficult because this kitchen is white as hell. So now I'm like, was that the best color choice? But I'm going to maintain it as best as I can. And I want to make sure that I don't do anything that is too personal. I don't want to make any huge changes. I don't want to customize anything really. Like I want to just make sure I keep it very basic, so that way when the next person is moving in here, they'll love it as much as I loved it when I first walked in. We have tongs. I need to do a little bit of research on things that are labeled stainless steel on the internet, because I know all stainless steel is not made equally. Because I want like really good utensils, you know what I mean? But these two, I feel like I had some other ones in the cart and it was just one pair and it was the same price, and I was like, again, let's be realistic, you know? So I'm gonna check these out. She's literally gonna go under here. Okay, this is the thing that I'm most excited about. The candle warmer. I went back and forth with a couple of options. Ooh. Now it looks like somebody's returned item. We'll see in a second. I looked at a few of them because a lot of them are gold, and it's not gonna work for this space, but I don't want it to be like silver, like more silver. So I actually don't remember the color that I picked. This is the star of the show, so I'm really excited for this. They do this. I don't think I like the color. I'm not gonna show you. I'm gonna wait until I put it in the corner and you can see it all together. I don't think I like it in the corner though. I mean, I don't think I like the color. It just smells like nail polish remover. It is very pretty. Oh, why is it so? Okay. It is very pretty. I don't know how it's gonna fit in this space though. It's heavier than I thought too. You know what? I'll show you guys now and then we'll look at it. So it's kind of like this rose gold. This is what it looks like all together. It's cute. And let me grab a candle. Like, it's really cute, you know? I don't know. We'll see. Okay. I went back and forth between getting one of those chef knife bags that roll up because it's just like, and like get into business. But I was like, all right, let me be more functional. And I just got this knife mat. I really wanted the bamboo one, but they were way too much money. So I just got this one. Silicone, I feel like cool, it's easy to clean. That'll work. This is just a duster. It's for the house. It's actually not related to kitchen stuff. I don't know what this is. Oh, I do know what this is. So I did buy one thing in color because I had to, because I needed not hand warmers. Oh my god, what is the name? Oven mitts. I needed oven mitts, and they come in a color, and I was not gonna get them in gray. So I did get a color, and I was hoping that it would just kind of fade into the background. They're really cute. I do like the silicone side. Is it silicone? Yeah, it is. The color. Let me put it over here in this corner and see. We'll see. And also, too, I didn't realize that this color probably get dirty quick. And this is, oh, I got an over the door cart thingy for the cutting boards. So you see, it just goes over the cabinet door so we can put our cutting boards. That way, because I have the cutting boards and the cookie sheets together right now, and I feel like I'm like tussling to get to the cutting boards in between the cookie sheets. So we'll keep the cutting boards on the cabinet door. And that's everything that I got. More, again, this was more so like a functional haul, not a decorative haul. I'm ready to flip that corner. But I also need to eat. Let me fuck with the corner first. Okay. I feel like this is cute. Let's back up a little bit. Oh. I gotta put the bulb in. Let's try this again. Oh gosh. This is so pretty. This is so... Move. This is so pretty. I love it. I love this little corner. Okay. My mind has changed. I do want to get one more thing here. I don't want it to be overcrowded. So I don't know about the syrup pumps. I might just nix that. The little spoons, yes, but maybe like a small something. If it's not floral, I do want some sort of like shape or something. But how? Oh my gosh. I can look at this all day. I'm obsessed. So these are the mixing bowls, and I definitely made the right choice. I feel like they're a really good size, especially the bigger one. It may not look wide, but it is pretty deep. And I love that they all have the silicone bottom. So when you're mixing something on the counter, it's not going to be sliding everywhere. Every single side comes with snap-in lids. Let me actually test it out. I guess it doesn't, oh, it doesn't snap, but it presses in. Yeah, so that's really nice. And the medium, the second to largest bowl has this removable insert, and that is the one that you can mix things, like if you're emulsifying something or whatever, and it doesn't splash. But also it comes with these graters. So this grater, this one, and the small one. And it came with these two, I'm gonna wash them, but it came with these two utensils here, which I did not expect. Yes, I'm up and close and personal. We just got back from the grocery store, and I want to show you everything that I got before we fill the space. That way you can see everything. It has a full fridge, freezer, pantry, and then all of the inserts and adjustments that I made to the kitchen so far. We gotta be quick because I'm out of breath because I just brought all the bags in. I spread it all out. We gotta get in the freezer because I went to Costco, Whole Foods, ShopRite. Let's see. Oh, and I spent $500. We got some caramelized onion and cheddar burgers from Costco, some pork chops, chicken breasts, drumsticks, boneless beef ribs. These are all our canned beans, canned pineapples. I cannot eat fresh pineapple, it makes my mouth hurt, so I've been getting the canned ones. A quick lunch, another quick lunch, which is some tuna from Costco. We've got some cereal back here, Fruity Pebbles. We've got 2 different types of cookies, applesauce. This is a 3-pack of whole tomatoes, some croissants. We've got some Little Bites, some chips. This is our dairy milk, heavy cream, some cheeses, Boursin cheese, ricotta, buttermilk. I do want to make a big ziti. We've got some breakfast waffles, some bacon, some Parmesan cheese, flour and sugar, some pastas. This is becoming one of my favorite pasta noodles. Some tomato paste, some honey. I do get the Northeast honey because I live in the Northeast, and I don't know if it's true, but I heard that if you eat honey from your region, you'll have less allergies because of the pollen, the bees, whatever. We have salt, some, oh my god, my hands are so ashy. Some almond flour wraps, pasta noodles. I got this Pyrex, it was $7.50. I got the whole packet, but I felt like I needed a bigger one. So I just got that one. 2 types of rice, regular green rice and jasmine rice. And then here we have broccoli. This is becoming my favorite ice cream, the Sicilian pistachio. I love this brand, so I wanted to try the chocolate blackout and also the banana pudding. I don't know why it's not focusing. There we go. I got my favorite Olipop, some eggs, French fries. We've got mangoes, some onions. I got some fruit to make smoothies, blueberries, pineapple, mango. Oh, this is a fruit mix. It has mango, pineapple, peaches, strawberries. This I heard is really good. It has Brussels sprouts, sweet potato, broccoli, red onion, and zucchini. You can roast it for dinner. We got some corn on the cob, some bell peppers, 2 limes, some grape tomatoes. I like to get my mirepoix already diced and frozen, and some kale. And then we've got some drinks, some Snapple, coconut water for the smoothies, pineapple juice to drink and for the smoothies. Someone in my house is addicted to this, and someone in my house is addicted to this. And that is everything that we got. So I'm gonna put it away and then show you what the kitchen looks like. Pretty much, this is where we're gonna be at. I don't see any real changes or more decor happening for like the next couple of months. So I guess this will be the final review. Oh my God. Okay, so I've calmed down. I've been able to catch my breath, and I want to show you kind of the layout of the kitchen. Like I said, we're not gonna buy anything else. I've already hit my max budget, surprisingly. I don't know about that. I've already hit my max budget for kitchen decor. So we're just gonna chill on it, and then also, like I said, get a feel of the space, be in it for a while. I'm pretty sure we'll come up with more things, make adjustments, make it feel more like decorative or at home or more of our style. But for now, this is what we got. The lights are off because I just want to show you this corner, and it's so cute when the lights are off. So I'm thinking of getting like the two little pumps, like a vanilla and a toffee or a caramel, and putting them here, and just kind of making this like a cute little station next to this. But let me turn the light on so you can see. So in here, and I think I've went through this before, but we'll just go through it again real quick. We have our bigger seasonings, like the Penzies. I put it in here. Our salts, things that we kind of, they're too big to go on the spice rack, like the Kirkland brand things, as well as our oils and vinegars are all up here. Right here, I'm gonna get rid of this. I want a real molcajete, but I have to go to a Spanish market because the ones that they sell like at the store are almost like this plastic feel that I just know it's not gonna, like, you know what I mean? Like, I should be able to make like a freaking salsa in that thing. And I feel like when I put garlic or anything in here, it just slides. It's cute, but it's not functional. This candle, I want to get rid of this candle and these plates. I need a spoon holder, but for now, these are what I'm using. I got an organizer for these spoons, but it felt really cheap. Like the bamboo was already shredding off before I even put it in a drawer, so I just took it back to Amazon. But I have this little knife set. I do like it. I don't like that this bigger knife doesn't really sit in it how it needs to, but outside of that, I actually do like it. And it's like a, oh my God, it's like a no slip grip, so it works. And then I keep all my stainless steel utensils in here since it's right next to the stove. Down here, I put my cutting boards on the door because it's more accessible. I can just grab one instead of trying to fight, because I had them with these cookie sheets and I was fighting for my life trying to get to them. So it's so much more convenient that they're in here. These are just like some glassware that you can bake in serving bowls. So I have like glass bowls back there. That plate I always use to put like my meats if I'm making something and I need to take it out of the pan. Obviously the ramekins, they go in the oven. These Pyrex dishes go in the oven. So these are more like my bakeware glasses and cookie sheets. Oh, I have to wash these bowls. I still haven't washed them, but they're gonna go in here. And then I'll figure out how I'm gonna lay this out. I'm trying to get rid of the plastic, so I'll probably get rid of the plastic bowls and then lay out the stainless steel ones. But this will be where my bowls are. And I have a little garlic roaster, and I'll end up putting the molcajete up there with my other little utensils. This dishwasher, you don't make it that. Spice rack. I have it to where these are my herbs. These are all my little Penzi spices. These are mixed seasonings, so like a chili blend, a steak blend, umami blend, everything but the bagel seasoning. My big Greek seasoning because it doesn't fit up there. So that goes here. Old Bay. So these are all like mixed seasonings, and then these are more like my Spanish, Italian seasonings. Like Sazon, complete seasoning, Italian seasonings. And then these are kind of just the single ingredient: nutmeg, onion powder, turmeric, annatto, smoked paprika, and then more of like my other ones that are too big to either go up top, or my smaller extracts. We ended up using this for the pots and pans. And this is how it's gonna be for now. So we'll have our utensils here and then the cooking utensils. I purchased the bigger organizer, but again, I didn't like the material of it, so I took it back. So we'll just leave it like this. and it'll work fine. Yeah, this is not organized at all, but I really can't figure out how to organize it. I thought about getting one of those little custom dividers, but then a lot of these things are oddly shaped, so it won't really fit. And then especially like with this in here. So it's gonna stay like this for now. And this is just Tupperware. We ended up doing wine glasses, drinking glasses, our bigger water cups. This is where we are keeping, I still haven't organized it, but like our coffee and tea. So we have like a smaller sugar that's more accessible. Some hot chocolates back there, some tea bags are here, a coffee press. This is vanilla sugar. So I'm gonna set it up at some point, but it's just not gonna happen anytime soon. There's mugs, and up there is if we have any wine or alcohol, it'll stay up top. We still don't have any plates. I still can't figure out which plates I like. Well, I figured out which ones I like. I just feel like they're too much. So either I'm gonna eventually cave or I'll find something else. And this is just paper products. Down here we have the smaller appliances, and just I keep this to make back my notes to go to the store, and some tools. And then, oh, I put these little stoppers because everything kept banging into each other, so they definitely worked out. We have jars, some flour and sugar situation. This is like the snack pantry with some cereal back there. This is more like sauces and quick foods, as well as some of my baking items like cocoa powder, some almond flour. This is a small jar of flour, so I don't have to keep going into that one. And then this will be rice, pastas, and canned goods. So we have some canned pineapples, some tuna, some canned tomatoes. And down here are like drinks that didn't fit in the fridge, as well as like this big gallon freezer storage bag and some vinegar. And then lastly is the freezer. I will say maybe it is a little bit smaller than I thought. It is still bigger than the freezer that we had, but I think eventually at some point I'm gonna, especially if I plan on continuing to do projects, I'm gonna have to get like a deep freezer because I can't keep a lot of stuff. And this may look like a lot of stuff, but I like to meal prep too. So yeah, that's something that'll come later on. But this is basically just pork chops, boneless short ribs, a pot roast, some shrimp, ground beef. This is all chicken, so thighs, legs, breast, cooked chicken. We have more of like quick foods, so pierogies, chicken burgers, tenders, fries. These are our breads. So we have tortillas, we have pizza bread, and a bunch of fruit. These mashed potatoes should go up there. Basically just milk, drinks, any leftovers, breakfast items. This is where all the dairy products go, like cheese, ricotta, sour cream, and then vegetables are in there. We don't have a lot of fruit or fresh vegetables because I usually go to the store about once a week to get those. So for right now, we just have the kale and the frozen vegetables, as well as because we have like a lot of frozen fruit, we're gonna be making a lot of smoothies. I didn't get a lot of fresh fruit. And then just regular condiments. But we do have some mangoes for fresh fruit, some limes, and grape tomatoes. The kitchen is done. The kitchen is complete. So thank you so much for tuning in and watching all of my shorts and kind of going through this process with me. And I'll see you back in the kitchen for some very special meals and desserts. I lied. We're not done. We forgot to talk about meal ideas for the month. Now that I have everything away and I know what I have, my pantry is kind of like set for the month for the most part. Again, I will probably go back in the middle of the month and just get like a few things. But so far, this is what I'm thinking. And the way that I do it is I mainly think about the protein. So I will pick a protein based off of the ones that we already have because I know that I have enough meat to last us the entire month. So I can start there and then I can always add sides. So I could choose rice, potatoes if I go in the middle of the month and get some potatoes if I want to make it into a pasta dish. And again, because I usually go every other week or every week, something like that, to get fresh veggies. It'll also depend on what vegetables I get that week. Because like if I see something and I'm like, oh, that will go well with Brussels sprouts, then I'll make sure that I put Brussels sprouts on my list. So it's mainly just like the protein, but then you kind of can brainstorm and cultivate a meal out of it. So we have 3 separate packs of pork chops. And one idea that we have is a smothered pork chop and like a creamy mustard sauce. The other, I saw on Pinterest, they have a salt and pepper pork chop, which basically looks like they cut it up. And I've seen people do the salt and pepper pork online, so I'll have to look up those videos on Instagram. Yeah. And then the Chinese barbecue pork is Chinese barbecue pork, but I'll use the pork chops for them because those pork chops are boneless. We have some barbecue short ribs. We also have a slow cooked Thai curry beef, so that's gonna be really good. I'll probably add like some, I don't know, I'll have to get some of like maybe those glass noodles or ramen noodles or something and make like a curry beef. I think that'd be really good. Sancocho, which is basically like a Spanish soup. And I'll use the chicken legs for that. The mojo chicken, I'll use chicken legs for that. Brown stew chicken, like Jamaican brown stew chicken, I'll use chicken legs for that. Hot honey fried shrimp. I really want fried shrimp and I have that buttermilk, and so I'm like, I can marinate the shrimp in buttermilk and hot honey. Can we put honey in a marinade? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I can made. Every time I come on here, I cannot speak. Marinated in hot honey and buttermilk, and then fry it, and maybe have that with like some French fries or something. And then I have on here a shrimp creole with grits, so that'll be really good, like shrimp and grits. I also have shrimp egg fouillon. I've never made it, so that's gonna be cool to try to figure out, but it's definitely on my list for the month. Now we move on to chicken. I have cutlet prep, so basically I'll probably take like 2 or 3 packs of chicken breast and make a bunch of cutlets. So those cutlets that I made for us are already gone, so we definitely go through them really quickly, and they're easy because you can just pick a pasta to make a little sauce, boil you some noodles, and then just pull out the cutlets and you have a complete meal. Or you could put it on like bread, you can make wraps with it. I think I talked about this, but there's so many things you can do with cutlets. So I'll prep some cutlets. I also have Chinese fried rice, chicken piccata, chicken cow soy, which I may not do if I'm going to do the Thai beef curry, chicken quesadillas. Now I have a pot roast left, so I'm going to do a French onion pot roast, and I'll probably do that like over mashed potatoes or something with a side, either like those frozen, that sheet pan veggie bag I got that had like the Brussels sprouts, zucchini, all that stuff. Or like I said, if I pick up a fresh veggie, whatever it is. But because it's a pot roast, I know I'll have it for 2 meals, and then I'll use the second half of it. I'll get some bread and like some cheese and make like French dip sandwiches. So I think that would be really good. Big ziti, I think I talked about that. I want to make some big ziti. Spaghetti, I'll probably end up doing TikTok spaghetti. I'm obsessed with TikTok spaghetti. I have on here, it's not a meal, it's not a protein actually, it's jalapeno honey cornbread, but that's also part of the reason why I got the buttermilk, because I wanted to make cornbread, and I saw somebody did a jalapeno honey one, and I'm like, I gotta write that down. Greek meatballs with lemon roasted potatoes and a Mediterranean salad. That is a complete meal, but I wrote that down so I won't forget. Now I don't have ground chicken, but I'll just probably take some chicken breast or chicken thighs or chicken something and ground it up. to make the meatballs, and I'll have to get the potatoes obviously, but that probably won't be something until we're like at the tail end or when we're ready to go to the store. So I'm only gonna make the meals that I know that I have everything for right now. So, and then I'll use these ideas later on in the month to supplement whatever it is, and I'll be able to go and get the certain items that I'm looking for that's very specific and not just like grocery shopping and just picking up things. I've never had chicken tetrazzini, but it's on my list to try. French onion pasta, I made it a couple weeks ago and it was probably like the best pasta I've ever had. So that's back on the list. And curry chicken pot pie. I did make that in my pie crust video. I didn't show you how I made it, but I showed you the end result and we tore it up. It was really good. And I know I have like that mirepoix, I have frozen chicken already. So I'll probably like have everything that I need for that. And then lastly, I have chicken Alfredo, which is like a no-brainer. So these are some of the things I wrote. I think I counted like 27, but again, when you have like cutlets, when you have like these things that make leftovers, or you can have like a pot roast and then you can use it for different meals. I have well over 30 meals. So I'm definitely gonna make it through April and into May. But I just wanted to show you what I got. So I spent roughly around $500. I went to 3 different stores. Half of that was spent in Costco, and I'm probably gonna spend maybe another $100 by the end of the month. So $600 in total for about 30 meals, and they're not like BS meals, you know what I mean? It's not like I'm like just throwing something together, and by all means I have no quarrels with throwing things together. I've been there and done that. But I'm excited for all of our dinners. So I'm gonna try, I know I said this before and I did not follow through, but this time I'm gonna try to record some of them, at least seeing like, I probably won't record maybe making it, but maybe I'll just do like a little short of just like all my plates. So once I get my plates, so dang, that means I'll have to get my plates, but I'll get my plates and then I'll just film real quick what the plate looks like so you can kind of see everything. But if you want to follow along for the month and what we're cooking, what we're eating, what we're doing, just make sure to check back in for another video. Okay, bye.